The Avalanche on a record-setting pace to begin the season. Just 2 regulation losses and we're underway in the Emerald City. Yet the gulf is because of the offense.
Well, that's where the Kraken is going to have to try to stay competitive in this game, is not let the Avalanche get their game going.
There's Mason Marchment, a tough save.
Well, Alex, those 2 that you first mentioned, MacKinnon and Schwartz, they're the leaders of the offense for this team. So those are 2 significant injuries for them.
Bouncing puck, Winterton put it right on. Blackwood with the save, and they just got reinforcements with Mason Marchment returning to the lineup after missing the last game of the Novus. And here he is with the puck. Marchment, a 2-goal game against Utah recently. Stretch pass, Beniers kicked out by Blackwood. Lindgren, wrist shot, save, a rebound, swept out of trouble. Lindgren to keep the zone. Montour, hard pass, Stevenson across the seam, Gaudreau, skate the stick, Blackwood has the puck in his grasp.
What a flurry of action for the Kraken. Well, even the Marchment play, right, Chris? Like in the offensive zone, he made the great pass to Beniers on the rush chance, but in the offensive zone, he's got to make sure that it's a sound play and not turn it over.
Necas fires, scores! Martin Necas with a shot from the point into a maze of bodies. Colorado with the opening goal.
Colorado Avalanche, how good they've been even strength, but off the entry, you see the little dish, and then Necas just delays, walks to the front with a quick release, and even Manson. I mean, the D on this team have the freedom to go towards the net, and you see him high in that zone. You see MacKinnon right in front to take away the eyes of Grubauer, and just a great release and deflection by
For Colorado, they get off to such fast starts early. Marchment driving, drawing a penalty.
And Colorado, they're going to get their chances. I just think for the Kraken, they can continue not to give them free chances. Don't give them any offense. Don't give them the puck back. I thought that was a really strong period for the Kraken.
Olofsson once again dealing with Wright. Tight turn behind the net. Tried to square it up for Colton. It jumped away. Kako carries it in, cuts, passes, right, fires, loose puck, save, rebound, score! Shea Wright cleans it up in front to tie the game.
And then he wanted him to make sure he was attacking with speed in the offensive zone. Then you see the drive, and for Wright, he's in tight and make sure that he stays persistent. When he comes in, he doesn't stay on the exterior of the ice. So he gets the pass, a great heads-up look, and releases the shot. And he does it. You see him there, but then he comes back in towards the net, stays relevant, and off the post, and he gets the look. But
Colorado flooding the zone here. Landeskog a pass out in front, looking for Nelson. Seattle will counter. Marchment for Beniers, centering. Oh, what a save! Rebound, score! Jordan Eberle off the rebound. Seattle has the lead.
trust in the belief in this team. And this is started by great skating speed. It's Beniers that leads it. Look at how many Kraken players. You see 3 of them joining the rush. Larson's a part of it, but it's Beniers. Quickly, when he enters the zone, he has his head up, and you have both Eberle and Larson that are driving hard to the net. Right? That's what Lane Lambert wanted. Not guys staying high in the zone, waiting for the delay pass, going hard to the net.
Nichushkin darts to the middle, beats Girard. Handcuffed momentarily, rolls it to the corner. Nichushkin to steer it along. Foot race, Colton and Marchment. Marchment able to knock that puck free. Stays alive, however, for Burns. He has room. Burns on his backhand into the skates of Eberle. One-timer, Girard! They score! Samuel Girard with a blast from the point.
He's the one that joins the rush, the 4th man in to get the pass. But then after that, Marchment has the inside position. He should win this race to the puck. But instead, it's Colton that gets there. They don't clear the puck. The Avalanche maintain possession, and then Girard presents himself as an option and eventually gets that shot off. So 2 key moments. The Colorado Avalanche, it's their D during the attack. But then in those moments, if you're Mason Marchment, you are stronger. You've got to win that.
Eberle with speed over the line. Tolvanen up the boards. Dunn keeps, rips across. Tolvanen opens, Passes. Stevenson. Surveying. Passing. Score! Seattle retakes the lead on the power play.
Well, this is speed on the entry. They wanted to make sure they kept their feet moving, and they did so. Even on the power play, to make sure you've got numbers and attack. You watch Eberle. He doesn't go to the front initially, but the timing, once Stevenson gets the puck, then Eberle explodes. A few quick strides to get towards the middle of the net to create a little bit of confusion, and in front gets behind and gets a piece of it. So there's Tolvanen, the nice dish down low, but this is when Eberle steps in. Timing to make sure he gets behind Kelly.
The 8th time this season, Colorado is trailing. You see Chandler Stevenson. Nichushkin battling for the puck. Shane Wright pokes it free. Nichushkin emerges with it. Makar, a pass redirected right on. A big save by Grubauer.
Another huge save by Grubauer. What movement.
Nichushkin. To become the goaltender they thought he would be, fortunes for this Seattle team will be quite different. This puck is put wide by MacKinnon. Necas to the back. Makar from MacKinnon, they score! Off a deflection. MacKinnon with the rocket. And it hit a stick on the way to tie the game at 3.
Fourth line caught out there for this shift, and you've got the MacKinnon line that comes out. So now they have the edge. They're in the offensive zone, in control. Necas talked about his play in tight, and then all night, Nathan MacKinnon has been looking for that shot, that one-timer, and what a blast. Makar sets him up beautifully, and it goes off of Larson and in.
That's a tough
But that's
break.
that's tough, right? Yeah. I mean, I feel like you get hemmed in with that line. It's not the matchup you're looking for. And it's tough on the shift change, but they get caught.
Beniers walks up the wall, shadowed by Drury. Stevenson for Eberle on the doorstep, walks to the front, shut down by Blackwood. Stevenson to track down the loose puck. Dunn up top. Tolvanen to the back door. Blackwood kept it out. Snow Angels in the crease, and he gets the whistle. A massive save from Mackenzie Blackwood.
Well, and this whole play, there's extra time because Burns has gone to the bench. He breaks his stick.
Seattle's been awarded a penalty shot for 42, covering the puck in the crease.
And you see all the chaos, and Manson sees that the puck is free on the far post. Here's a better look because it's loose, and Manson sees it and jumps down and puts his glove on the puck to make sure that it does not cross the line. Jordan Eberle here.
Jordan Eberle, the Seattle captain, already with a goal tonight, looking to give him the lead on a penalty shot. And he put it wide off the goal post. In a 3-3 game here in Seattle. Mishandled by Dunn. Collision with Landeskog. And a save out in front by Grubauer on Brock Nelson.
Make sure they have the movement and the looks that they're hoping for on this power play.
Colorado wins the faceoff. Makar from MacKinnon, a one-timer wide off the end boards. They score! Brock Nelson capitalizing on a loose puck. Colorado with a breakthrough on their power play, and the Avalanche lead 4-3.
About Nelson on the flank and how he could be a key part of this power play and how they could improve. So these were the two that were chatting in that break. Makar, MacKinnon, the catch passes for them, and then it's Nelson collapsing towards the net. So he's the lefty on that far side that comes in, and the open net there, as good as Grubauer has been all night, can't close that gap. Necas creates some confusion down low, but that's the key.
Up the wall, Dunn wrangling for position. Colorado gets it to the neutral zone. MacKinnon fights through the stick check and puts it into the empty net. Number 28 for Nathan MacKinnon will seal this one for Colorado.
Had some pressure in the offensive zone, some chances, but this is where they got the clear. And Nichushkin with a strong play. And even here, you look at the strength that the MacKinnon has on his stick. Well, Nathan MacKinnon, right? 2 goals and an assist here in the third.
Seemingly, at every turn, when the Avalanche have faced even a small bit of adversity this year.